What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as ETC to USD, also known as Ethereum Classic. We'll also be looking at the current coin market cap, as well as some other, I wouldn't call it articles, but some searches I wanted to share with you guys, as well as looking at the current prices, Litecoin being over 70 now, with Bitcoin being pretty low at $10,300. I'd like to explain more about what exactly is happening within this market. Otherwise, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. Let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, I'm on the current coin market cap. Now, before I jump into this, as you know, I usually like to share an article relevant to news, current events, or something that's generally just going on within cryptocurrency. So I thought I would share this with you. Usually in the morning, I hop onto my laptop and I look up Bitcoin news and I try to see what exactly is available, as well as I do the same for Litecoin. Now, I searched Bitcoin news this morning and I've come to notice that Bitcoin and Litecoin news seemingly are slowing to die off. I haven't really seen any sort of relevance towards things that are popular or new, even in the opposite direction. It's merely just price predictions. Everything is price predictions right now. Ignoring this one, the CEO, Jack Dorsey, made a surprise Bitcoin warning. Otherwise, it's Cointelegraph saying that will another drop below 10K, open the door to 8.5. Then we have Bitcoin below 8,000. We have analysis saying that you'll make money holding Bitcoin, 10K push, yada, yada, yada. Nothing really important. Nothing is new. Nothing is current. Well, it would be support levels below 10K, yada, yada, yada. So, and the whale moves. But otherwise, moving on to Litecoin news, notice how it's the same thing, just less, I'd say, graphic in regards to the fact that Bitcoin news had a lot of pictures. Litecoin news is just merely, daily analysis every day, which you can see right here, is pretty much just owned by Yahoo Finance. It's the same exact thing with no real movement. This one talks about Bitcoin and Litecoin are the best forms of money in an interview with Charlie Lee. Litecoin leads as an altcoin surge. eToro senior analyst, favorite crypto picks. Nothing is really like hardcore evidence. Crypto Whiz Kid paid $4.6 million for lunch with Warren Buffett. Kind of wild. But otherwise, yeah, nothing is really new. Nothing is really, exciting or current events, which is unfortunate to see that in the market like today, there's really no sort of movement at all within these markets in regards to positive news coming out, exchanges being added or released, Coinbase updates, inventions being created, credit card news. That was all in the past, and we have yet to see any sort of green light in regards to other things. There's been less adoption that I've seen in regards to different places accepting it, and I do believe there are still more, but it's less highlighted. The big Burger King in Germany accepting Bitcoin is fabulous. It's amazing. I'm surprised that even is a possibility, but it is, and I hope they bring that into America. But otherwise, there's really no updates, and it's kind of unfortunate. If you guys do know some updates that are less highlighted, please feel free to share them down below in the comments. I'd love to read them and find out, and if it seems worthy, I'll post it up on the channel ASAP. Now, moving on to the current, coin market cap, more into some of the stuff you're probably here on the channel for. You'll notice that we seemingly are having a very interesting day. I'm not going to read the market cap, 24-hour volume, Bitcoin dominance. You'll just notice out of the top 10 cryptos right now, majority seem to be up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I can't say that. If 5 are up and 5 are down, I do think we're doing quite well, more than we are doing bearish. Bitcoin seems to be the strong one that's down today. You'll notice Bitcoin is down, pretty much just trading out sideways. And you'll notice the coins that are down as well. Tether we can exclude. And then we have Binance Coin, Bitcoin SV, Monero. They all seem to be consolidating, if not trading sideways. But the ones that are up, and these cryptos are against Bitcoin. They're doing the opposite pretty much. Bitcoin fell and it brought those coins down with it. But as Bitcoin consolidated out sideways, those other cryptos went up. They went their own direction, which is great to see that Litecoin's doing the same thing. But notice how we're only up about 1% to 2%, but EOS is up 7%. Majority of the market is mixed, it seems. Now I want to jump into the altcoins and kind of share my opinion on what I expect. So Litecoin, definitely an interesting thing. Haven't looked at this since yesterday. Litecoin has a very weird cross formation that's forming right now. You'll notice pretty much that we seem to be having some more flagged resistance, which is also so lovely. You can see we broke bullish out of this major downtrend for those of you who are new, and we are starting to head back up. You'll notice we're kind of getting tongue-tied right now, and so am I, it seems, in the morning. And we don't seem to be getting enough volume to be heading up. It looked about certain that we are going to head to the high-low middle moving averages, and it seems like we kind of got stuck right now. So what is it? What could it be? It doesn't seem like there's much resistance at this level. You'll notice as we scroll back in time, you can see we did have a little bit right here, and strong resistance right here, and you'll notice that we did wick down to this level pretty currently. Like, it seems like a current support. I would draw it up here. I think this is more of the resistance, but these wicks seem to go down to the same level the price is currently. So very interesting if you ask me. We seem to be doing quite well otherwise. Looking at about 50 on the RSI gives us plenty of room to head up, even lower actually, like 44, 46. So I do think, though, we are hitting a little bit of a road bump. I think we are out of the clear. I think the bear market, or sorry, this bearish downtrend is over with. I think we are finally cleaned out of it. And, there's a small possibility we could run with this down. I'd be very shocked if we do so, if we started to trade along here and followed it downwards. But for the most part, I'm anticipating potentially some consolidation until we move up. It seems like what Litecoin really needs is Bitcoin, its older brother, to get some volume finally. And once we see volume move into Bitcoin, Litecoin will be easily affected right now. It's almost begging to move up to those higher levels. You'll notice we are stuck in a channel with Bitcoin, which is unfortunate, but we seem to be kind of caught. Did not mean to click that. I hate these ads. I know a Brave browser and all those things it doesn't really work in the US, but I know I can download ad blocker, and I did that, and it was kind of messing up my YouTube. But besides that, going back off, I was going off on a tangent. You can see that we are stuck in between a support at 10,000 and a resistance at 10,600. Very interesting, holding very well, extremely well almost. You can see we've had in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, or even 12 days of some sort of support, if not resistance, at this level right here. And you'll notice the coin keeps wicking down, to it. So that's very odd and peculiar. But what I'm noticing for the most part is our major uptrend that we're in. I know a lot of people like to draw a downtrend on this. It's possible. I don't see it as such. To each their own. You can always watch their channels. I don't know how they're drawing it. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like this. It doesn't work on my end. I just don't see it. I see more of a major uptrend. And I think that we're starting to hit resistance right here, which is the biggest culprit of why we're not being able to explode to higher levels. As you can see, this orange uptrend we drew is kind of acting quite negatively right now, and it seems like we're having a hard time breaking through here. This seems to be some sort of resistance, which makes sense, but the price has yet to been able to break through it and close above it. We did that in the past. We hit a resistance up here. So what we're really looking for is obviously more consolidation, and then these high-low MMAs to come up, like this. And then what we could do, that looks a little bit bullish. I think it's going to look something like this, more so in the long run. We need the price to get closer to the high-low MMA. Once we do, we should start to swing upwards like this, merely breaking, and it could be right here potentially, a break above not only the resistance at 10.5 or 10.6, but the uptrend as well, getting us eventually back inside the major uptrend. You can see right here. You can see this does start some sort of, ascending triangle. And there's a lot of space left. We know we have about half of it left, so I'm really anticipating another move for Bitcoin to hop back in here and then immediately see retestments of almost $13,000. So I am bullish on Bitcoin, and optimistically the entire market. Now Ethereum looks very nice compared to Bitcoin. Seeing more volume move into here, we do look quite well. Trading at 46 on the RSI. We're starting to head back upwards, as you can see previously. Let me delete these. They're kind of unnecessary now. There we go. You'll notice a couple of things, that this purple uptrend, and I'll draw this in, let's say, orange. Did not mean to do that. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. I don't know what I just did. Let's make this orange. There we go. Why isn't it working? This is such a pain in the butt. Bam, there we go, we just did it. Okay, so you can see this orange uptrend right here, which we've been using as a means of support for ever since, February. We've broken bearish from, which was extremely unfortunate. We look to hold that. You'll notice where the coin looks like it wants to head up. I know there are definitely some resistances at play as we head to higher levels, but it looks like it's trying to sneak up and creep to the high-low MMA, at least at a price of 207 compared to its 182. So that's truly what I'm anticipating, some sort of volume catching up to here, trending up here. We may as far get as 230, where in between the high-low MMA, that would be the ultimate thing. We could see with this death cross, we entered a bear market. It's only a matter of time before that reverses back up. Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, a great coin that I am really hyped about, is forming an ascending triangle as well. It's holding it very nicely. You can see right here, and it has a little more room to go. You can see probably some sort of resistance like this, maybe, or maybe something like this. But something along those lines until we close it in about February. So we have September, October, November, December, February, or January, February. We have a couple months, quite a bit. It's in 2020. It's about it's a couple months away, but for the most part, in that time period, we should be scaling higher. We should be heading up higher. I'd be very shocked if we break below the uptrend, this ascending triangle, but it's possible. If anything, I do anticipate potentially some consolidation like this back down. It seems like we're having an extremely difficult time breaking through the high-low MMA, which isn't, unreasonable, but eventually we should be able to pop through here eventually and then head up to resistance, which is capped at about $8. Otherwise, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.